Hi, I'm Monashee from Monashee.org, where it's all about commercial photography. Today I'm going to explain copyright for photography and other creative works, and I'm going to show you how to register copyright for your photographic works. First of all, let me qualify by saying I am not a lawyer. If you would like legal advice, please speak directly to a lawyer. Okay, so what is copyright? Copyright is defined as the exclusive legal right given to an originator or an assignee to print, publish, perform, film, or record literary, artistic, or musical material, and to authorize others to do the same. Does your work need to be registered in order for it to be copyright? No. Your work is copyright the moment that you create it, and you are the sole owner of that copyright until you assign it to somebody else. And assigning does not mean giving permission for somebody else to use your image. Usage is different than copyright. Does your work need to say that it is copyright? No. Your work does not need to say that it is copyright in order to make it copyright. And nobody has the right to use your images without your permission. So why register your work if it is already copyright? By registering the copyright for your work, you are providing absolute proof that you are the owner of those images. If you ever decide to take legal action, or if somebody is claiming that they are the rightful owner of those images, this is very solid proof that you are in fact the owner, and it is a lot easier to win that case. Also, if you did want to sue for copyright infringement, you would be able to win the case without being registered, but it would be very difficult, if not impossible, to seek damages up to $150,000 for copyright infringement. By registering, you make this a lot easier. So now I'm going to show you how to register your work for copyright with the United States Copyright Office. If you register in another country, your copyright holds true for many countries. I've provided a link below of all of the countries that copyright is across the board. So if you're registered in another country, then you're fine. If you're registered in the United States, you're fine in other countries as well. There are a few countries that have different rules, and you will have to look on the list to find out what those countries are and how the rules differ. To file our registration, we are going to go into eco.copyright.gov. You're going to, if you do not already have an account, you're going to create one here. You're going to register a new claim over here. Select yes or no to the following questions. Just make sure you select the correct boxes. Are you registering one work? No, I'm going to register several. Are you the only author and owner of the work? Yes, I am in this case, but if you shared the copyright with somebody else, then you would want to check no here. Does the work you are sending contain material created only by this author? Yes. I'm going to start my registration. You're going to be asked what type of work this is. Because it's photography, we're going to select works of visual arts. Click to confirm we have read the above description and selected the most appropriate type of work. You're going to continue. This is where you're going to title it. If your work doesn't have a title, then you have something to identify it. In this case, I'm going to select title of larger work, and I'm going to say all of my work, no volume, no number, no issue date. Save that. Title of work being registered. So I'm just going to give it an identifying title because it's not like a song or anything where you have an actual title for your work. We'll call this test title. Okay, we're going to continue. Has this work been published? This is where you would select if yes. So if your work has been published elsewhere, this is where you would enter the publication information. In this case, I'm just going to say no, it hasn't. Then you would enter the year that the work was completed. A lot of photographers will do batches, say every 6 months or every year. And then that's a good way to also kind of keep track of what year it was created in. So we'll say this one, 2017. I don't have a pre-registration number, so we're going to continue. Okay, so this is to name the authors of the work being registered and give the requested information. I put my name in, or you could put an organization. It was not a work for hire. Enter your year of birth. We're going to select what it is. It's a photograph. So now we've got the author in there. If there were more, then you'd add that there. We don't have any, so we're going to click continue. For the claimant, we're going to enter the same information. This is where if the copyright was being transferred from somebody else, like say by inheritance, or it was written agreement. So that's where you would put that. So we're going to save. So now we've got the claimant entered. We're going to continue. A limitation of claim. This is where you would have any information if there were any limitations, like if there was another person who had copyright for a part of the work. But in this case, because it's if it's your own photography and nobody else is involved in any way, you can just skip this part. And this is the same contact information. If there's somebody else that is another party that needs to be contacted, that can be there. We're going to skip. So in this case, we're going to re-enter our personal information under either individual or organization. Don't do both, just pick one. This is where we want the certificate mailed to. So you're going to want to enter your details again, or wherever you want it mailed. This is where you would note down if you had any, if you wanted special handling, if you wanted to expedite the process. This is very costly. I think it costs around $800. This is where you certify that you're the claimant. So just make sure that you have everything entered correctly, because if you've made any errors, if anything is incorrect or false, then you can be fined up to $2,500. So definitely double check your work and make sure everything is accurate. So this is the point where you're going to review your information and you can't make any changes after this point. So this is the stage that you really want to make sure that everything is done properly. I'm going to stop at this point because I don't want to actually submit anything. But what's going to happen after this is you're going to be prompted to check out, and then you're going to make your payment. And at that point, you will be asked to submit your work, and it'll have the specification. You can also mail in your work. Now you know how to register copyright for your photographs, but do you know how to monitor and take action against the people who are using your images without permission? Next week's video will provide a very cool solution for this problem. Come back next week if you want to learn how to make copyright even simpler. If you have not yet downloaded my free estimating template, you can do so now by clicking the link above or in the notes below. While you're at it, be sure to join my free commercial photography Facebook group. There you will get more direct access to me and my trainings, and you will be able to mingle and connect with other photographers who are in the same position that you are. Click the link above or below to join. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, and definitely share this with your friends, because everybody can handle having this information, even non-photographers. So share it out. And if you want to hear more videos like this, be sure to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you haven't yet downloaded my free photography estimating template, you can do ahead.